Welcome to Soccer Gaming Mobile, and welcome to the video where I'm going to kind of outline what you guys should be doing early on. Again, this is just an outline. You don't have to follow it word for word. You don't have to follow it, every battle by every battle. But I wanted to kind of give you a path to go in that is going to help you kind of for now getting through content and for future content. So if you guys would like to watch that, stick around. So there's mainly two things that you're going to kind of want to follow along with to kind of progress the most efficient and the quickest way possible. Now, obviously, there's going to be nuances, like if you're really like min-maxing stuff, like what to spend energy on to get over here, and how to min-max so that your heroes are being upgraded, like specifically, like as soon as it hits this, boom, it goes up. I have all the resources I need. That's not what this video is. This video is for people that are coming brand new to the game, really don't know where to go, and there's a lot of things in this game, and they do a great job of kind of outlining things in storyline and the campaign and kind of pushing you through on, well, this is what this does. This is what this does. After we complete this, you go over here. But I kind of wanted to break down for kind of the new player of, well, I understand there's a lot of stuff to do, but like, how do I go about doing it? And so the two big places are going to be your quests here. You're going to want to try to do your daily quests as much as possible. And then the other thing, and the big main factor, is going to be this missions tab right here. This kind of, as you go in the game, this kind of helps you to the next level or the next step of, well, what I just completed that. What do I do next? The missions are going to kind of help you do that. So jumping into like part one, you're going to try to go through your stage 10 of campaign. Then it's going to show you, well, how sets work together, and you're going to attach some Slayer sets to your hero, 6 pieces of that. And some of these, I kind of wish, one of the things I wish is like when it says like, equip hero sets, like you click on it and it sends you to your hero to do it. Unfortunately, you have to like leave the screen and go to find your hero. Just some smaller things there, but it's going to kind of give you an outline of kind of how you're going to progress through this, and a pretty efficient way of progressing through it. So you're going to do these things, and then you're going to kind of, oh, well, now you need to go to the next story mission, the next 10 stages of story mission. Well, now that you did that, let's get you some upgraded gear for your hero. So you're going to upgrade your armor, and then you're going to beat the Shrine of Hercules, stage 1, which kind of gives you an introduction into the bosses. And so that's going to be how you're going to beat bosses and stuff. And then it's going to say, well, now that you've gotten that far, let's ascend a hero to 2-star. So you learn, okay, I got to make my hero stronger. This is how I get him to 2 stars. And so on and so forth. And then you get to the second part where it's like, okay, you're clearing the next 10 stages of campaign. And then it's like, okay, let's go back and try to clear Hag's Hollow stage 1 weapon dungeon. So it's going to show you where to find that. And then it says, okay, now that you got your weapons, let's forge a weapon. Let's forge one for ourselves, and so on and so forth. And it just does a really good job of like, okay, now that you've completed this, you know how to do this. Let's go on to the next section, and that's going to kind of be what you do here. Is really just kind of do these, part at a part, and these are going to get you pretty easily through the things. The next thing is going to be, and I'll go over that here in a second as well. The next thing is going to be is the quests. You're not going to be able to do much of the weekly or monthly for that matter. I mean, these are pretty in depth into it. Obviously these are going to be super helpful, but it's not going to be something you're like really pushing for. Like, you're not going to go to the monthly and see all these and be like, oh, I'm just going to spend all my money defeating 250 dungeon bosses. You're not going to really do that. You're going to get those from just completing the other stuff. So I wouldn't waste your energy, your gems, your rubies, all that stuff. I wouldn't waste that stuff. I would kind of get these naturally. That's what they're made for, is to weekly and monthly are just made to naturally get them. As you can see, I naturally got imprint a weapon, use 40 aether stones. Like all of these things like are just gonna come natural. The only thing you really need to push forward to is the dailies. These are going to be every day. There's a daily quest here, and it has 24 hours. When it resets, you'll have a new one. You try to complete 6 of these daily quests, you get a big bump. You get 25k hero XP, you get XP for your account, and then you get 10 rubies as well if you do at least 6 of these. And honestly, these are decently easy. I mean, you defeat 10 campaign stages, you use the aether stones, so like these ones, these are pretty easy to get. And the mortal ones, you just use those, use 5 of those, you get that one. You can upgrade 5 armor pieces to level 4, very easy to do. Promote a hero 5 times, pretty easy to do. You got a lot of small heroes that you can promote pretty easily. And then forge a weapon, boom. Those are the ones I got done. Now, the ones that are a little more difficult are the ones that I wouldn't say stuck on, but they're a little more difficult. So this is like defeat Fafnir, and it says go. Boom. You go here and you go find Fafnir, and you go through and do that. And then there's also the rifts and stuff like that with Rob, but that's other things. Defeat the Forge of Broker 5 times. So you go through here, and we want to do the Forge. It's just going to kind of outline these. Defeat 20 heroes in Arena. Defeat a stage in the Tower of Strife. So the 20 Arena ones is, you're going to go in here. I don't have it unlocked, but when I do get it unlocked, that's where you fight. You're going to do 20 battles there. And then the Tower of Strife will be the one here that you unlock. Again, I have not gotten high enough yet to unlock those. But those are just the daily quests that you're going to try to do. And it's just going to really be helpful for Godsteel. This when you get a full energy refill. This when you get the polished ones. Like, you're going to get some extra summons here. Like, it's just pretty easy to do. And look, 15 rubies here, and then you're going to get another 10 there for the 6. So it's just, you want to do those daily ones, and what happens is you could just continue to play. You're going to get the weekly ones completed as well, and they're obviously a little bit better, as you can see. I mean, the more you do, the higher these get, and same thing with the monthly ones. Like, you're just going to get there eventually, and once you do, I mean, these are some pretty juicy rewards. So that's going to be kind of the big thing with those quests. You don't have to go after them if they're weekly or monthly. You're just going to kind of get those naturally. But the daily ones, you want to at least get 6 of them to kind of get the full boost and potential from that. Now, I said I would come back to the missions later and kind of understanding how the missions work. So as you go through here, you're going to kind of complete this, and there will be a time where you just have to upgrade your things. And about that time, you're going to notice, exchange these pages of known for the scroll of knowledge. So you do that, and you're like, oh, great, now I have all this knowledge. Hold on to those types of things, because you're going to need to do those later, and you don't want to run out to them later on. But you're going to clear 2 dungeon rifts. Boom, you're going to get these pages and stuff, and then you're going to complete this one, and then what do you know? Exchange those pages for a scroll. Cool. So to make sure that once you've completed this, you come in here and you accept it and go on to the next one. Because if you don't, say you got all these pages, right? See these pages of knowledge? If you go to turn those into a scroll, but you don't have this unlocked yet, you're not going to get credit for doing that. This needs to be your mission when you do it. So you complete that, and it's like, okay, upgrade a rare hero's ability. So you go in to your hero. You're like, my main guy, upgrade his main ability. And you're going to go upgrade, and then you say, oh, boom, those are the scrolls we've been using that they've been talking about. So boom, you put on a scroll. And so everything just builds on each other. So you're going to want to just kind of go along. The missions are almost like the campaign or a story quest within the game itself. So you have your campaign missions where you just complete the campaign missions one at a time. You try to get as many stars as you possibly can. You just keep going, and everything is great. Boom, complete the campaign mission, right? So you do that, and it's a stage after a stage after a stage after a stage. Well, the missions are the kind of the same thing, except the missions are the whole game added into one. So think of it as your campaign is how you progress through the game or through the story. The missions is how you progress through the game. So you're going to want to try to follow those missions and do the next thing on the thing. So mine is clear 2 dungeon rifts. Little confusing, I'll be honest with you, but I kind of work through it. So you'll go through and you say, oh, this thing, it says rifts. So you click on it and you're like, oh, I must be able to click and play, right? No, the dungeon rifts itself, is you have to get them through these locations. So you go to rift location and then you could drop these down and they tell you how to get the keys here. The apprentice key, the expert key, all of these have, these things. So it says stages 1 through 4. So you could complete any of these stages 1 through 4 and you're in eventually, I think I read it was like a 15% chance of spawning or of getting the apprentice key. Now I've done a bunch of those and I have not gotten any yet. And once I do, I will be able to do the rift thing. But yeah, this will show you how you get it. This is stage 1 through 5. 1 through 5 on Fenfriz Lair. Sphaird's Horde, 1 through 5. So yeah, you're just going to kind of go through here and it's going to kind of tell you the Forge Broker. It's just going to tell you how to do those things. And then once you get it, you'll fight this guy named Ra. And try to beat him, and that will be kind of the next mission to complete. So hopefully this was a easy video for you guys, for new people to understand. You're going to want to try to complete these also because you get some pretty dang juicy rewards down here. I mean, you're getting 5 books there. I mean 5 summonings there. You're going to get, once you complete all of this, you're going to get a legendary champ for it. But yeah, you really just want to, yeah. Oh, and yeah. So you get through here, you get through part 5, and you're like, great, I'm done, right? Absolutely not. Look at all these chapters you got to do on here too. So, and see, some of them I've already done. So some of them I've completed, which is great. And when I get there, I'll be able to turn them in. But yeah, this just use the missions to progress through the game. That's going to be the easiest way of understanding the game fully, because it does really cover pretty much everything that you're going to want to use and touch in the game. So that is my suggestion. You use the mission or use the quests every day and use your missions to guide you through the whole game in general, because the missions are going to guide you through the whole game and the understanding of how to use things, how to upgrade people, how to promote people, how to ascend people. All of those things are in the mission. So hopefully that was helpful. Please comment down below if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. I read every single comment on every single video, so make sure you comment down any questions you might have and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. Also feel free to hit the red subscribe button, because there's going to be plenty more Godforge content coming out very soon. Until next time, Slacker out.